Today's video will be on putting your new charge port, changing your charge port in your PS4 controller. Now, depending on the version of your PS4 controller, you will need different chargers. You can tell this by a few features on it, like if it's got the light up here, or the way the texture of the grips are and how springy they are. It's just different ways to tell, but I always like to just go ahead and take them apart, double check, and just check the parts out that way. Once you get it apart, you can see exactly what charge port you need, and you can set it up till your charge port comes in. But the first thing you want to do is get you a little kit. See, I got this one. Comes with all kinds of different fittings. It's a Husky, and it's got 4 screws in it. It's got a screw here, here, and as you can tell, this PS4 controller has been used quite a bit. I'm actually thinking about upgrading to a textured back. If I do, it'll be another controller. Now, you can use cell phone little like guitar picks to do this, but you will need to pop it loose here, and at the bottom. If I can get it. It's hard to look through a camera and film at the same time. Let's go ahead and pop it loose here, and we should have a place right over here that needs to pop loose. Now, this is a used controller, so that could have been one of the reasons the charge port went out of it. Not only did I put many hours on it, whoever had it for me put many more hours, but it's a whole lot cheaper to do it like this than it is to certainly keep on buying controllers. So once you do that, hit a pop up, and there's your strip. You will need, that's your battery too. There's your little strip, and it plugs in right there. All it does is just push in. So if you pull it apart, don't worry about it. Go ahead and set this to the side because you won't be using that. But you got your screen and everything will need to be took off, and this one's actually chipped here. Don't affect it, but you need to move that out of the way. It's got a little piece of tape here, usually holds it in place, and you can just pick up on it. Don't forget to move it over when you pick up on it because it slides out of that tab. Just like so. Set it to the side. Now, once you set it to the side, this is your charge port. You got one 4-way in it you will need to remove. And I will remove that just a second. Now, you want to keep up with all your bolts. You should have 5 at this point. And once you get that removed, let me try to focus in. That'd be your part number you will need for your charge port and stuff. You can just go ahead and slide it out. Picks up and comes straight out. It has a little tape on it, but you can set that to the side. That's your charge port, guys. It's that simple. So take your new one. We do got a couple new ones. Actually, these was like $5 for 2. And I bought 2. And you can see how I manufacture them. I just manufacture them pretty well right together without even being broke off here. Now, if you look at these edges, you want to be careful and not break the circuit board itself. So you can either cut these or try to break them. I'm going to cut it. So when doing this, you do have a little tab on this, and you can flip up. If you've dealt with electronics, you know what that little tab is for. Once you flip that up, you can push it in, and then it locks down on it. The OEM charge ports, if this is an OEM, does not have that type of style. They just pull right out. So, hey kitty. Yeah, this ain't food. This is us putting charge port in the PS4 controller. Now, it goes in the same way your old one come out. Just stick it in there, just like so. Make sure you ram it in that hole pretty hard. Pretty well clicks in the hole. Somewhat. And I'm sorry for the bad focus, guys. Sometimes these cheap charge ports too don't fit like OEM, so as you can see, that one's moving around, but once you get the screw in it, it should stay put. just like so. This guy got wedges in it, and it goes in just like so. I went ahead and transferred my little piece of tape over so I can just tape it on just like so. And now this guy goes in one way. It's got a notch. You want to make sure it goes here and then down in the side here. It should pretty well go pop. And we need to install this before that white piece. Oops, stuff like that happens. It's no biggie. Let's go ahead and just take that, slide it over, slide it down, and that piece of tape should help hold it. And what that does, that help, I guess, push in on this piece right here, which is that goes. It's actually trying to pop up on me. Let's go ahead and get this piece in place, just like so. And that looks pretty good. Now, you want to make sure not to break this, but if you do break this, it shouldn't affect it. It's there for a reason, but mine's been broke. It looks like somebody probably replaced this battery or something in this controller before. So to plug in this, it goes just like so in this controller, and it does go one way. You want to make sure your contacts touch these gold. You want to make sure your contacts touch right in there, so this strip will go just like so, with the blue facing outwards. If you take pictures before you do this, it's very helpful. So I'm going to try to do this one-handed. So now that you got that, you can reassemble the controller the same way you took it apart. Be mindful of that plastic piece there because it can break. So you want to pretty well start it straight on just like so. And there's that plastic piece that can break, if you can see right there. So you want to be mindful of that and not cause it to break when you snap it together. And it goes together just like that. So before you put your other 4 screws in it, you want to make sure it's charging. So let's go do it. So I went ahead and put the charge port inside of this controller. Now I'm probably upgrade this back in here soon and stuff because I actually do use this controller quite a bit. And it might be some interesting stuff to do for the channel. It's been a while since I made anything on gaming controllers and systems. And this is one I've been using. It's old trusty. It charges up pretty good. But I prefer the black controller. This one does has kind of sticks right here just a little, but it could need a cleaning. Ain't never been took apart since I had it. This is another used controller because these controllers is quite expensive. I fixed the charge port in this one because I enjoy this controller, and the 2 new charge ports shipped to my door was $5. So like $2.50 to fix my controller and some time. You can't beat that, guys. And if you found this video helpful, let me know in the comment section. If you enjoyed this video or it helped you out and you replaced your charger or something, drop a comment, hit that subscribe button, show your support for my channel, and I'll see you next time. Thank you for watching.